Science Class 7, Chapter Respiration in Organisms, Module 2, External Respiration Breathing. Hello friends, in this module we shall discuss external respiration or breathing. Now we usually breathe through our nose. We breathe means we take in air and give out air. The taking in of air rich in oxygen into the body is called inhalation, and the giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide outside the body is called exhalation. So a breath means one inhalation and one exhalation. Breathing is a continuous process. It means that it goes on all the time and throughout the life of an organism. We breathe throughout our life. In fact, all organisms breathe throughout their life. We take in oxygen-rich air and give out carbon dioxide-rich air. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is called the breathing rate. And on an average, a healthy adult human being at rest breathes in and out around 12 to 18 times a minute. Now, is there any change in our breathing rate when we do any physical exercise, running or cycling? Yes, when we do any physical exercise, running or cycling, or even if we do brisk walking, our breathing rate increases. It can be 25 times per minute. Do you know why does it happen? Let's understand. We know that we need more energy during heavy exercises, running and cycling. For the need of an extra energy, a large amount of oxygen is required. What do we have to do to take more oxygen? We take fast and deep breaths to take in more oxygen into the body. So we inhale more oxygen. This oxygen speeds up the process of breakdown of food in the body cells and releases a large amount of energy. When we sleep, we do nothing. So, during sleeping, there is a minimum requirement of energy, and our breathing rate is the minimum. Now, you might have understood that when we do exercises or we run, we need more energy, and thus our breathing rate increases. Look at the activities given on the screen. Now, answer this question. During which activity will the breathing rate be the maximum, and during which will it be the minimum? Absolutely right. The breathing rate will be the maximum during cycling and it will be the minimum during watching TV. Now let's revise what we have learned till now. We normally breathe through our nose. The taking in of air rich in oxygen into the body is called inhalation, and the giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide outside the body is called exhalation. Breathing is a continuous process that goes on all the time and throughout the life of an organism. A breath means one inhalation plus one exhalation. And what is breathing rate? The number of times a person breathes in a minute is called the breathing rate. A healthy adult human being at rest breathes in and out 12 to 18 times a minute. And during a heavy exercise, the breathing rate increases. Now we shall discuss how do we breathe. There are special organs that help in breathing. I mean to say that there are some organs that help in taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide from the body. And which are these organs? First organ you already know, nose. So nose, nostrils and nasal cavity, trachea that is windpipe, lungs, bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli. All these organs help in breathing. What do we call these organs? These organs are called respiratory organs. And all these respiratory organs make our respiratory system. So the respiratory system consists of nose, nostrils and nasal cavity, trachea, windpipe, lungs, bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli. Let's understand this in detail. This is our nose. These two holes in our nose are called nostrils. There is a passage in the nose behind the nostrils called the nasal cavity or nasal passage. This nasal cavity is connected to a tube. Look at this tube. It is called the trachea or windpipe. Now there are two lungs in our body, and before entering the lungs, the trachea divides into two thin tubes called bronchi. Singular is bronchus. What are these tubes called? They are called bronchi, and singular of bronchi is bronchus. So one tube is called bronchus. The bronchi enter the lungs. Inside the lungs, each bronchus divides into smaller tubes called bronchioles. What are these tubes called? Bronchioles. There are tiny sacs at the end of each bronchiole. These tiny sacs are called alveoli. So, nasal cavity is connected to the trachea. Before entering the lungs, trachea or windpipe divides into two bronchi. These bronchi further divide into bronchioles. There are tiny sacs at the end of bronchioles called alveoli. Alveoli is plural. One sac is called alveolus. Two or more than two sacs are called alveoli. So there are so many alveoli in the lungs. The walls of the alveoli are thin, and these alveoli are surrounded by blood capillaries. What are blood capillaries? Blood capillaries are thin tubes through which the blood flows, and they are present all over the body. Let's revise what we have learned. The human respiratory system consists of following organs: nose, nostrils, nasal cavity, trachea or windpipe, lungs, bronchi, bronchioles, and alveoli. The two holes in our nose are called nostrils. There is a passage in the nose behind the nostrils called the nasal cavity. The nasal cavity continues into the trachea or windpipe. There are two lungs. Before entering the lungs, the trachea divides into two thin tubes called bronchi. Singular is bronchus. Inside the lungs, each bronchus divides into smaller tubes called bronchioles. The tiny sacs at the end of each bronchiole are called alveoli. Singular is alveolus. The wall of alveoli is thin, and alveoli are surrounded by blood capillaries. So we have understood the respiratory system and respiratory organs. Now let's understand the mechanism of breathing. That means let us understand how we breathe, how we take in air, and how we remove it. So normally we take in air through nostrils. From the nostrils, the air goes into the nasal passage. The lining or membrane of nasal passage secretes a substance, and this substance is called mucus. There are hair present in our nasal passage. When air passes through the nasal passage, it becomes warm. The mucus present in the nasal cavity moistens the air. The air we inhale contains dust particles. The dust particles get trapped in the mucus and hair. We can say that mucus and hair do not allow the dust particle to enter the body. So in the nasal passage, the air becomes clean, moist, and warm. And why does this whole process take place? This whole process occurs so that respiratory organs in our body are not harmed. You might have heard that we should not breathe in through our mouth. Now you might have understood why do we not take in air through our mouth. When we take in air through our mouth, dust and other particles along with air enters the respiratory system that can harm the respiratory organs, and that is why we should not breathe through mouth but through nose. Now where does this clean, moist and warm air go? It enters the trachea or the windpipe. This air passes into the trachea, and from trachea it finally reaches to the alveoli through bronchus and bronchioles. We have studied that the walls of the alveoli are thin. So the oxygen of the air diffuses from the thin walls of the alveoli into the blood capillaries. You remember, we discussed there are many blood capillaries around the alveoli. So the air means oxygen goes into the blood capillary. There is a substance in the blood which is called hemoglobin. What is it called? Hemoglobin. Oxygen combines with the hemoglobin in the blood to form oxyhemoglobin. I repeat, oxygen combines with the hemoglobin in the blood to form oxyhemoglobin. So this oxyhemoglobin is carried to all the cells of the body along with the blood. And in this way, each and every cell of our body gets oxygen. And why do all the cells of our body need oxygen? We have studied it earlier also. Each cell of the body requires oxygen for the breakdown of food. That means for cellular respiration. Now carbon dioxide, water and energy are produced after the breakdown of food or cellular respiration. This carbon dioxide, it is carried by the blood to the lungs. So blood carries carbon dioxide to the alveoli in the lungs. The carbon dioxide enters the alveoli through the thin walls of the alveoli. When we exhale air, the air passes through the bronchiole, bronchus, windpipe, nasal cavity and then comes out through nostrils. So in short, what happens in alveoli? Exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. In alveoli, the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. So now we have understood how breathing takes place. Let's revise it. We take in air through nostrils. From nostrils, the air goes into the nasal passage. In the nasal passage, the air becomes clean, moist and warm. This air passes into the trachea and from trachea finally reaches to the alveoli through bronchi and bronchioles. The oxygen of the air diffuses out from the thin walls of the alveoli into the blood capillaries. The oxygen combines with the hemoglobin in the blood to form oxyhemoglobin and is carried to all the cells of the body. Carbon dioxide produced by the breakdown of food during internal respiration enters blood. The blood carries carbon dioxide to the alveoli in the lungs. From the lungs, carbon dioxide is removed along with the air we breathe out. And in this way, the exchange of gases takes place in the alveoli. Friends, with this concept, we have completed this module. Now let's move on to the exercises. And do remember to write the answers of all the given questions in your notebook. Exercises module